Back at you with yet another car video. So which is it? Are Dymes checking for male models or thugs? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I had to get into this because you know how the latest thing is, especially with these cats getting into all this black pill stuff, or at least the looks theory part of it. They feel like the real beautiful ones, the Dymes, and you might as well like expand that to the 8 to 10 range, right? You know, women in that range, the top tier women and stuff, right? You know, they be swearing all out, oh, go for male models. You got to have that square jawline and all of that, right? Okay. But you know what's funny? Remember, and it seemed like we must have skipped over it this summer. But what about all these women talking about, well, these dudes rather, talking about women going for these thugs? Like in the black community, Pookie and Ray Ray. I don't know what they call them in other communities. I don't know, Bubba. I don't know. Shit. You know, guys be talking about it. In fact, that's an old trope right there. Women going for bad boy, going for thugs, right? But see, here's the problem with that, right? Because, you know, you get some people, they be like, yeah, well, these Chads and Tyrones, they thugs. No, they ain't. Shit, if you look at a real true to the game thug, shit, they be looking rough as shit. They don't be having no male model face, and don't use Jeremy Meeks. Shit, there's always an exception. Just the fact that his mugshot went viral, but nobody else, it's like only a few other guys might have had one to go viral. I mean, the guys he got, even him, the guys he got arrested with, nobody looked at their damn mugshots. So don't say like these guys are like super handsome. Shit, they be looking rough. Like they thugs. Seriously, they be looking rough. Look like they gonna hurt something. Plus, when you in the environments that are true to the game thugs are in, being a pretty boy ain't a good thing. Don't go by what y'all see on some of these TV shows and stuff, which I think a lot of people do. Some celebrity, of course, they're going to look a certain way. It's TV. In real life, shit. In fact, real true to the game criminals and stuff on some real bad boys, some real thug shit, they try to look as nondescript as possible. They try to look, and I noticed I've worked in the criminal justice industry. Shit. I've sat in jail cells with true to the game thugs. Because I started out like my senior, the summer before my senior year in college, I had a diagnostic probation internship. Diagnostic probation, we're the ones who will recommend sentencing to the judge. In fact, we're the ones who really sentenced them if you really want to get down to it. The judge just read it, and in most cases just go with whatever we said. Yeah. So some people were sitting in some prison cells because, well, I didn't think they deserved to be out. But whatever the case, and just how I used to roll and stuff. Plus, I happen to know some. So anyway, right? Let's just say I knew a real life ghost and leave it at that. For those who watch Power. But whatever the case, look, this ain't like in real life. These dudes be looking rough as shit. Yet they be getting some badass women. They be getting some badass women. And let's be clear, these guys ain't on male model type shit. I knew this stick-up kid. This dude was short-statured and really on the slimmer side. I remember I saw him one time. He was a notorious, like if I said his name, certain people in a certain part in Southern Maryland might know who I'm talking about, might remember him if he's still alive. Right? But it was only 5'6". He walked around with a badass woman. I was like, God damn. You know, like let's be on some serious shit here. Like, which one is it? You know? Now, I'll tell you which one it is. Both. Seriously, both. Anybody who think it's just looks, yeah, if a guy look good, yeah, he can get some fine women. But then if a guy a thug, he can get some fine women. But I use that just in the title. If a guy like some clean-cut, upper-class professional, he can get some fine women. If a dude just a cool ass dude, just one of those dudes who just cool, and you know he might be working class or something, he can get some fine ass women. Like, the only thing in common with the guys who get to find women is good body builds. Not necessarily the same body builds, you know, like I said, good body builds. In fact, I tell the secret in that podcast I did, that on-demand video I did last week, average looking men and beautiful women, getting how average looking men get beautiful women. Shit. I give you the preparation and the secret to doing it. It's actually very simple. That's the only thing they got in common, but do they all look the same? No. And please don't act, and seriously, I know some people say, well, I've never seen it. Well, where'd you grow up at? What hood? How many Dymes you know personally? And if somebody questions whether I know any Dymes personally, well, I start out with the ones in my family, and then I start off with the ones that, you know, starting from like, I don't know, grade school, 2 college campuses, several gyms, worked briefly with a modeling agency, used to do a lot of vending at fashion shows. Shit. I've known 2 women who competed in a local beauty contest in DC, and one, I can't remember this young lady, it was a white girl, kind of like short-statured white girl, competed in Miss America, like in the late 90s. I can't remember her name to save my life. I had to look at the contestants. I know it once I see it again, right? In other words, I've known a lot, and I've seen their boyfriends. I've seen who they fucking. I know who they told me they fucking. It's never what people think it is. I say out of all of them, shit, now I gotta think hard. Who the fuck I know got with just a regular fine dude, like a male model dude? And I'm saying up to this day, some of my private folks know who I know personally now. You know, you'd be surprised. Okay, just go on through. Go on through. Okay, now they can come. Anyway, right? Yeah, it was something with the light over there. But my point is, man, too many guys think only one type of guy can get that beautiful woman. That's not the case at all. That's not the case. That's not what happened. Because then when you ask them to explain other things, like, you know, the guys focus on just, oh, he got to look like a male model with a square jaw. Then how's that rough looking motherfucker got like 3 kids with that dime? I'm serious. How does that little rough ass motherfucker and those 3 kids look like the motherfucker? And she popping out that baby, or they walking around. And then, shit, that happens a lot. See, I think one thing a lot of dudes don't understand. Well, you know what? It's not even understanding. Do you go out? And I ask that serious question. They always say, well, I ain't seen it. Where you live at, dude? Where you hang out at? You know, have you been in gyms where you seen this? College campuses? Any place. I saw a video the other day from this one dude. He was talking about this. He said, shit, just go out on the street, you see some shit. I mean, you know. Because seriously, because the thing is, and I would say this, too many dudes get too caught up in all of that. Just get your shit together and see who's feeling. You know, you don't know. And people keep forgetting these women got personalities and functional vaginas. So that plays a big part in who they choose. That plays a big part. And I've seen women go crazy over some dudes and stuff. See, you can't see, like I said, the best thing you can look at on a guy and get an idea is his body build. That says more than anything. Cause, and I've always said this, and players know this shit. Women don't like being around a man that look better than they do. Yeah, most of them don't anyway. Most women, that's rare. As long as the dude just looks somewhat presentable. And sometimes they don't even want that. Sometimes they're more about that action. Like, especially in the hoods and someplace like that. You might get a real cutie, real beautiful woman. She'll get that straight up rough thug for no other reason than he will fuck somebody up if they come at him. That's a real talk. If a woman want protection and shit, she know that this motherfucker will lay out a body for her. Who do you think she gonna go for? Or say the woman's real religious and stuff. She wants somebody who following whatever religious path she wants. And that might not be a male model or something. Now, this ain't to say a male model type can't get that play, but, you know, you can't say every woman ain't. In fact, y'all be surprised. Even the height thing, man. Like I said, I do the stick-up kid He was only about 5'6", slim build. He had a badass woman. He was a funny guy too. Got a story behind him because I had met him when I was like vending and stuff at this place on a regular basis, and that dude gave me a reading list. And I knew he was, everybody in the neighborhood knew he was a stick-up kid. That's how notorious he was. He came and gave me a reading. He said, hey, Brother Rom, can you give me these books? All right, I said, what name you put him under? He gave me a street name. That dude could write me an email or something, man. Unless he give me a street name, I have no idea who it is. But this girl was bad as shit. I was like, damn, look at that fat ass on that little motherfucker. Oh, man. Oh, just to be clear, shit, they were close in height, too. Oh, Lord. Ah, man. Seriously, you know what? Let me go. Let me add something to all this, man. People need to get the fuck out there, off the computer and just go out. Just go out and pay attention. Seriously, man. Seriously. Get to know some people. Get some social skills and just know people. I know what some women be doing. Like I said, I personally know some women who would be considered like in that top tier. And like this ain't by my judgment either. Because I've had some female friends, I be real cool with them. I get the guys coming up to me asking questions about them. They be asking questions. I remember I was in Tampa one time. I had a couple friends, Hispanic and stuff. I was chilling out with them and everything. I had a guy, and I stepped away from him. A guy came up, who those Puerto Rican girls and stuff? Well, one they ain't Puerto Rican, but they cool, man. I don't think they down for it. But anyway, right? Yeah. But seriously though, seriously, getting back to the original question, are the Dymes checking for male models or thugs? Like I said, they both. They both. And if anybody has anything to doubt, tell me from your personal experience, from the Dymes that you talk to, from the Dymes who you talk to and observed in the real world. Not some study, which are sterilized. But tell me what from the real world. Because let me break something down for people who like breaking out studies. I've used the term several times on this site, qualitative research. That's field research. That's what sociologists do, ethnographers do, anthropologists do. They don't just like look in some lab or some study. They go out and study shit. They go out in the field. They can have all the theory they want, then they go out in the field and see something different. And studies are under control, because I worked in market research one time. You'd be surprised how many people lied during these studies. I mean, they'll straight lie. They'll tell the study person. In fact, let me break that down. If you give a study, somebody gave a study and they paying, oh yeah, some people slick. In fact, some people have made a little bit of money, or that's like a hustle. They'll get on these things and they can tell whatever you want to hear. They can tell whatever the person want to hear, and they'll tell you whatever they think. And then even when they give questions on it, it's always a limit. It's always a limit, right? So you got to take it with a grain of salt. But when you out in the streets, what you have direct observation, that's what you got to go with. You got to see, okay, what actions are they taking? And like I said, you be out here, you be seeing some badass woman, and they be with some raw killer character, or they'll be with some shorter dude, or whatever. Like real talk, you gotta be real out in this joint, all right? So anyway, that's all I got. I want y'all to think about it. And, you know, one of the reasons I'm even bringing this up, too many guys they hurt themselves too much by being caught up in some shit that, quite frankly, in the real world isn't based on reality. It's based on something questionable. All right? Seriously. Like I said, take anything you see, some documentation or some so-called study, with a grain of salt. It's very limited. In fact, the person giving the study, they can control actually how the answers go by the questions and even who they have in for the study. So keep all that in mind, okay? Go by what you see in the streets. Get your ass out the house and go out here. Go to clubs, go to anything. And if you can't tell me you do that, if you can't tell me you actually go out, hang out in these places, see what's going on, I'm not taking you seriously. I'm just gonna be real with you, because we gotta start dealing with reality. We dealing with reality, okay? And people still doing shit out here, the same thing. Shit. Oh, I'm gonna hit y'all with something tomorrow. I might fuck with y'all. Because one issue, I'm just gonna say one issue I gotta address is like shit has really changed. And I'll just use one word: drip. And if I gotta tell you what it means, you're not getting out the house. So anyway, I'll talk to you later. Peace.